Well, hello there. No one's here yet. Funny day to be doing a live stream. So we'll see if anyone turns up in a sec. There is an interloper just here. Can you say hello, Louis? Louis purring away. Oh, someone's here. Hello, whoever that is. Always two of you here now. Do say hello when you've got yourself settled. It'll be nice to hear from you. Now, I might have to pause for a moment because I've got someone coming. I'm selling a few car parts, so someone's coming. I'm supposed to be here half an hour ago, but they've not arrived. So I will go in the other room and just let you talk amongst yourselves in a sec. But yes, Simone's here. Hello, Simone. Happy New Year. Ross is here. You must be on the 2nd of January already there. Yeah, here's Louis. He's just had a nap. Louis and I had a little snuggle last night before midnight because he was getting a bit skittish with the fireworks, shall we say. So, you put your paw up. You wanting to get fed, probably, aren't you? You have to wait a little while. But yes. Go on then, off you go. Sort yourself out. I'll give you some food in a little while. I thought it'd be nice to get together. Oh, someone's ringing me. 1 second. 1 second. Right, talk amongst yourselves for 5 minutes. I'm just going to sort this chap out. Well, that sounds a bit earnest, doesn't it? I'm going to sort this gentleman out with what he's buying, hopefully, and I will be back in just a second. There's the door.
Someone.
Keep talking amongst yourselves. I'll be about 5 minutes, so do bear with. Do bear with. Hello, Simon. 5 of you there, and anyone else who's there lurking, do say hello and do chat amongst yourselves. Right, I'm letting the guy who's here have a look. Have a look at what he's looking at, and then I'll just nip off in a sec. But apologies. So who have we got here? We got a few people pitched up. It's a funny day to do a live stream because it's Bank Holiday Mondays. Everyone's kind of either flaked out. I was fairly late to bed, but I've been out today. I went to a breakers yard actually, and these guys are specialist MGF and TF breakers. And the reason I went to see them is because I got a steering wheel, TF steering wheel, which is actually going to go on penny. And I've done that because young Austin, he had a TF steering wheel in the Streetwise that he sold a couple of months ago. And he's also got a TF steering wheel in his ZR. And I just think it's going to give it that nice sporty feel. But yeah, there'll be quite a lot of content coming up on Penny in the next few weeks because she is going to be at the NEC Resto show in March. So again, going to have to not do everything because it can have some jobs still outstanding because it is a restoration show. Yeah, I don't think I'll be there. I won't be there myself, but yeah, but I will be there one of the days, I'm sure. I'm going to have a look at some comments, even though you've been chatting amongst yourselves. So, Simone and Ross, I've said hello to. Simon, I've said hello to. Simon's doing good. YouTube is messing Simone around. YouTube has spasmodic episodes of something. So yeah. Who else have we got? People saying hello. Simone. So Simone can't see Ross. So I think we were on. Whose stream were we on recently? And you can't see. Ross couldn't see Simone's comments, and Simone is saying she can't see Dino Dad or Ross, which is interesting. And Simone's suggesting if Dino Dad unsubscribes and then resubs, might fix itself. I'm guessing there's like a support line for YouTube, for Google that you can go on and it'll sort things out. Never had to try it, but yeah, I'm actually on top. Simon's made a very valid point there. There is that the option to see all comments, which I never ever change. It defaults to top chat. I guess that's for the massive streams like Hub Nuts, where you got lots and lots of people, not the select 6 or 7 people we've got on this stream tonight. Who else we got? You are both on all comment. Okay. Simon is here. Simon asked me a question. Is Penny's old steering wheel leather? No, it's soft plastic. But if you want a steering wheel, Simon, I can go and get one from these guys because I had a long chat with them because it had quite an interesting discussion, which I won't say too much on here because it may be content. Well, probably will be content for me, this place, and it may also lead to them doing some YouTube stuff as well. So I don't want to give too much away in public. But yeah, no, Penny's old steering wheel is soft plastic, quite a big steering wheel. So the TF one just is slightly dished out, and it's a bit more ergonomic. So I'm looking forward to getting that in. Ross says, "What are you doing with Penny's paint?" So the wings have been sprayed; they need to go on, which we'll do. Austin and I were gonna have a bit of a blitz over Christmas, but then other stuff's kind of got in the way, and the weather's been pretty lousy. So the front wings need to go on. I think we're going to try machine polishing the roof with a slightly tougher compound. What gets left for the resto show? So it looks like there's still some stuff needing doing. We're not quite sure. So I'll have a catch up with Austin this week or next. This week's already busy. I've got stuff booked in. Um, I bought a wall planner about a month ago, and I've only just put it up this morning, and I've just filled in like so it's mainly for planning car shows and car related stuff and YouTube stuff. Because last year I know I went to a show and I should have gone to another show, and it was Matt Dickens, the number plate guy. It was a show he'd invited me to, and I didn't go, and I felt really bad. So I'm going to make sure I write down stuff as I kind of agree to go to it. I put all the key shows in, so POL, the two NEC shows, Festival on Unexceptional, Cop Hill Climb, obviously the Chiltern Hills Rally, which is I need to be around for that because I'm part of it. But it's amazing. In January, I've got something this weekend. So we've got the I think the 6th I'm doing something. 7th we've got the Streetwise meetup and lunch at Longbridge. Then the 13th I'm doing a test drive, car review video of something non-MG Rover. More on that in a couple of weeks, and then following weekend I'm going to James's, who's just actually appeared. And hello, James. I'm going to James's house to look at his cars, and we're going to have a go with P-Scan on his F. So I'm going to determined to use P-Scan more this year, because it's a bloody good tool, and I've only used it a couple of times. It's not expensive, 160, 180 quid. So yes, I'm going to spend some time with my friend James, who's on the live stream. And have a look at some diagnostics on his car, and then I think that's January. January pretty much done. So that's already just into 2024, and we'll come on to 2024 in a moment, of course. But yes, already looking busy. I just hope that this year doesn't fly by like last, because it seems like 2 minutes ago it was New Year's Eve 2022. Steve is here. Black Lines. Good evening. Happy New Year to you too, sir. Happy New Year, James. Simon's help. Maybe he's sort of asking Simone various stuff. Simone said hi, BB. Is Bad Books here? But I can't see him. Right, one sec. I'm just going to go and just sort this chap out. Talk amongst yourselves. I do apologise. Very unprofessional. Very unprofessional. Don't go anywhere. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in 2 secs. I'm back, and that's it. And no more interruptions. So I'm just going to quickly sort something out on here, and then we shall continue with these comments. Off you go. Right, there we are. Perfect. Where did we get to? Where did we get to? Yeah, Penny, did I fully answer your question, Ross? Yes, I think I did. Simon, oh, blimey. Simon says to me, remind me to ask you to program a fob for me when we next meet at ours. Yeah, we can do that with Peace. Just remind me to I'll remind you that that's a job we need to do, and you remind me to bring the computer and the P-scan module. Rose Ben is here saying, "What's up, banging beardites? What's up, Ben? How you doing?" Simon, very timely reminder in the comments. Hashtag yachts24. In fact, I was thinking, and obviously we'll need to discuss it with Matt and Pingu as well. But we don't need to say yachts24 anymore. We can just say yachts because it's here. Yachts, as of midnight this morning, yachts we're in yachts. All the tourers have stopped working. So I don't know if you've been out in Henny today, Simon, but it won't switch on. It's like the millennium bug. It's it's all those things. So Yachts 24 will bring you plenty. Simon and I will bring you plenty of content on that this year. I put a little post on the Facebook group today, actually. So just three things that are the first three things I can think of that are coming up. Obviously, I've missed out the lunch because Matt had already posted in the group about the lunch. But NEC Resto Show, Pride of Longbridge, Chiltern Hills Rally. But yes, well reminded, Simon. Dick Darsley is here. Good evening, Dick. And Dick says hello to all. Simone also reminds me of something else that I need to speak about. And Simone is looking forward to Head Gasket Heroes. What is Head Gasket Heroes? I can't hear you chant because I can't hear you. I can only read what you're writing. So Head Gasket Heroes is a collaborative live stream exercise shared amongst 4 worthy channels, those being Hooked on Classics, of which Simone from that channel is here, Smashing Pistons, of which Simon from that channel is here, Robson Rover Repair, Colin is not here, I don't think, unless he's commented further down, and me. So Colin did the first one. God, way back, must have been to August, September time. I was feeling, hello, I'm not feeding you yet. It's too early. There's Louis, everyone. He's come to say hello again. Louis loves the limelight. I've decided he really likes to be involved. What else? So we are going to be live. The Head Gasket Heroes. Those 4 channels get together. Try and do it a bit more frequently this year. We are doing a live stream on my channel. So on this channel at 8 p.m. this Friday, which will be the 5th, won't it? So 5th of January 2024, Head Gasket Heroes at 8 p.m. And I'll hello. Louis really wants to see you guys, but he's a bit confused because he's listening to me talking at the screen but can't see anyone. So I will post that on the Beards and Bangers Facebook groups. Simone, Colin, and Simon will do that on their own respective ones as well, and also set up the stream so that it's visible. But yes, don't forget, tune in. So 8 o'clock Friday. So it'll keep me out of the pub, which is not a bad thing because I spent far too much time in the pub over Christmas. Simone's apologised to Black Lion. You're right. Okay, that's why Yeah, I often get black lines and bad books confused because it's just read it quickly and your eyes don't quite see things. So silence watchable that's when I was busy. I do apologise. People, Facebook Marketplace is great because it's free, but you get the guy who's just been is actually a cracking chap. He was just late. He's come out of North London, so I can understand being late. But what have I got listed on? I've got various parts on there, but I've got two cars, the ZTT and the 75 listed on Facebook Marketplace. And some of the messages you get, Jesus wept. You think, give me strength. The classic one being, what's your best price? It's like, well, what does that even mean? So yeah, but no, he was a sound chap. But I do apologise for him taking me away from you. Um, Ross says, "Hey DD, are you testing out?" So Ross has written a message saying, "Hey DD." So Simone, can you see that? It's under Simon's comment so what should we talk about carrots? So if you can't see that, Simone, then things still ain't right. James McLennan is a live chat newbie. You are, aren't you? You've not been on one of my live streams before. So James is from Aylesbury. He doesn't live in Aylesbury anymore, but he's from Aylesbury. And he knows people what I know. So we met each other the first time at Cowley last April. But we had a couple of pints at the old one of the local Aylesbury car shows back in September when everyone else drove off because it rained a little bit. And we thought, well, I sod that. We'll have a pint and wait. Dick Darcy says, good topic, carrots. I've got some what I grow in my garden. Homegrown carrots are blooming lovely. Interesting shaping and that. Oh, yeah. Some of them end up looking like an old man's Todger, I bet. Excuse me. Simon encourages a bad influence on James McLernan, who's a fine, upstanding member of the community, to make it a goal to ask awkward questions. I don't mind awkward questions, I have to say. Ben asks, what's worthy of a crumpet of approval? You would need to ask Norman and Ernest, or Ernest's mother, because that ultimately it's them who decide. Excuse me, I would get a tickle onto a lot. Oh shit. Oh dear. A sip of water. I haven't smoked for like 4 months as well, so I shouldn't be coughing still. It's really bad. What's worthy of a crumpet of approval? It's anything that Norman and Ernest deem special enough. So I think the first two recipients were young Jake from Project Ronnie and Hubnut. Hubnut getting one's potentially controversial, but he did receive one. So yeah, it's anything that they think is slightly wacky. I'm sure there'll be some others presented during 2024. Obviously, everyone with a Streetwise is going to get one. That's given. But maybe Simon can also give Norman's thoughts on what the crumpet of approval is. Dinah says, "What a lady with massive coconuts just walked by." Never mind. Missed that. Simon says that carrots are the new potato. And Dick Darcy says, "Are there also crumpets of disapproval?" I think isn't it muffins of disappointment, something like that, Simon? You'll need to help me out on that because I do forget these things. Oh God. Oh, there we are. I always press the thing and the crumpets. Oh, comments, not crumpets. the comments jerk to the bottom. Um, Ben asks about sausage news. Apparently, Lillian, who's Ernest's mother, is out of the country. She's on a fact-finding mission somewhere. But I won't say too much because that'll obviously spoil the next enthralling episode of the crank cases. And I hope everyone's watched the 4 videos we released over the Christmas period. So there was the Botswana #1 hit single, "We Wish You a Merry Christmas," and then there was the 3-part Christmas Carol featuring a new character, Tommy Dapper. So if you haven't watched those, then please do check out the Crankcases Christmas special videos because we enjoyed making them, and you should enjoy watching them. Matt's messaging me on Messenger, which means he's not on here, which is unusual. He must be busy. Simon confirms that there are muffins of disappointment, stickers pending. Simon is the man for stickers. Ross grated carrots in my butter chicken tonight. I've never had. I think the carrots go in base gravy. Did I see a post somewhere, Ross, that you'd made like a base gravy, like what the professional Indian restaurant kitchens do? Butter chicken is lovely and very, very low calorie. Great. And Dick wonders if the chicken enjoyed those. Simon thinks that sounds like a crime. Dick asks if do you think I keep skeletons in that cupboard? That's actually the alcohol cupboard. It's not full of alcohol, but there's glasses and various spirits and stuff that occasionally get consumed or made into cocktails when I'm taken that way. Ben asks Dick Dastardly, would it be a smear of engine jam of disapproval? Oh, I quite like that. Like, I can't see Norman wasting engine jam on something he disapproves of. Personally, James confirms that last year went too fast. It bloody did. It just disappeared. Simone reports gleefully that finally her studio is working. Thanks, YouTube. It's weird. Ross thinks that someone's a pimp. Not me. I'm not a pimp. And then someone says, "Oh, by the way, I checked, and Henrietta didn't disappear at midnight, so I'm okay." So the tourists haven't disappeared, but did she start, Simon? Could you actually crank that car over? Simone says, "Isn't there a streetwise stand at the NEC this year?" Then no, Penny. So the NEC Resto show. So we haven't done a Yacht 24 stand for that because it's too late basically. So Penny's going to be on the road. So the MG Car Club are running an event this year which is called 120 years of Rover, 100 years of MG. So it's part of that because I know the guys it's like the Z Register guys. So I know all of those fellas, and they've I think they're all fellas. No, there's a couple of ladies as well in the Z Register committee. But yeah, no, they were asked after Streetwise. Matt couldn't offer hope because Matt couldn't offer hope. That sounds like there's no hope. Matt can't offer hope. No, because obviously he uses that as his daily car, whereas Penny's a pet car. So she'll be on it's the Rover 120 part of the MG Car Club stand ish. But we are discussing having a yachts stand at the NEC Classic Motor Show in November. But let me tell you, it is chuffing expensive to get a stand. and they're not that big. You've got to pay, serious wedge to get a decent sized stand. But yeah, we will be doing more stuff. So yeah, do keep an eye out. But yeah, definitely Pride of Longbridge. Obviously, Photo, you don't have stands. It'll be a question of trying to get everyone there reasonably together, and early, so we actually can line up in the queue together and then get in. If Photo is going to be a thing for Year of the Streetwise, but something to discuss. Um, uh, Steve says two snowmen standing in a field. One says to the other, "Hey, do you smell carrots?" Budump. See, with no Matt here, someone's got to do the joke. So, Steve, it's your job for this live stream. It's a very good one too. Well, oh God, walking off for like 5 minutes, and I've got so many comments I've got to read. Louis was here. Yeah, Louis made a couple of appearances on this live stream. Yeah, I don't think you saw his pencil sharpener end though, so that's just well. This is not even started drinking yet. Yeah, Steve's tore a puddy cat, and you did. He's coming back in. It's getting towards nearly feeding time, so he's going to start. You'll probably see Louis a bit more on this live stream because he's going to be harassing me for his Felix in a minute, aren't you, Louis? Yes. Yeah, puddy cat. Everyone's saying hello to Louis, basically. Miguel Sanchez is here, and I think Miguel is a live stream newbie. So welcome, Miguel. I know you watch my videos because I've seen your kind comments. And Miguel says, in 3 days, I get my ZT180 from MO Centre. Fixed legal, can't wait after a year off the road. Oh, year without a car is, especially if you happen to like that car. Is tough. Last year, it took my dad down a runway at 130 miles an hour. Yes, he himself driving for 90 years old, just before he passed. Well, I'm sorry that your father passed. Something that happened to me a couple of years ago. So I know it's tough when a parent passes. It doesn't matter how old they are, it's tough. But that sounds an absolutely wonderful thing to happen towards the end of someone's life, to drive a ZT180, which I've not driven. I've driven a 75 Auto, which is the same power. I've not driven the ZT, so that's a car that I'm going to have to get my hands on at some point. Not another ZT. God, bloody hell. Yeah. Simone still can't see any comments from Ross. Bugger. Ross says no smokes for 4 months. Well done. Now get off the vapes and you'll be all right. Yeah, the vapes aren't that great for you either, I don't think, but they are better than smoking. And Black Lines also congratulates me for not smoking for 4 months. Thank you both. It's very kind. And Colin is here. Robson Rover Repair. Colin. So the fourth corner of Head Gasket Heroes is in the live stream, and obviously not wearing his specs because he says, "Look at this handsome chap." But obviously, if Colin said it would sound a lot better because Colin's got this lovely voice, which only I can dream of having a voice like that. But yeah, I don't know who you're talking about, Colin. So Simon further elaborates on what the crumb to approval is. Obviously, he's reading what Norman has told him to say. So crumb to approval is awarded to someone or something that works to further the enjoyment of cars and culture. Also, anything that puts Sharon in the mood. It's a very Norman-esque answer. You can just imagine Norman saying that. Simon also realizes that Colin is here. And then Ben says, inspired by Ross, I don't know what you heard about me, but a 260 can't get any more dollar out of me. No Taurus, no shitty Rover you can't see. The time a mother funkin' streetwise pimp. Oh, I like that. Can we nick that for the crankcases or for Tommy Zappa? That's yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Um, Robert Simons is here, and I think Robert Simons is also a newbie to the live stream. So welcome, Robert Simons. And Robert says, forget a good name, by the way. Robert is a great name. Simon's not a bad name either. Forget about the year of the Streetwise. It's 40 years of the Montego this year. Now, I'm not certain that's big. So we're not going down that road ourselves because no one. I don't think any of us in the kind of the fraternity. Not saying that there's other people, there's other people. The fraternity is not just the people on this live stream, but I don't know anyone with a maestro. But yeah, it'd be worth looking at what is going on for the Monteague. Did I say maestro? I do apologize. That was like so 2023, darlings. So 2023, talking about the maestro. But it was, yeah, so the maestro Montego was a year after the maestro. We've learned from this. I shall do some research, and I shall attempt, given that's the case, to find. There is someone with a Montego round here, actually, in Aylesbury. They've got a very nice British Racing Green Countryman, or whatever that green is. I'm assuming it's British Racing Green. It looks pretty tidy, apart from the boot's got a bale of straw in it all the time. But that's fine. It's a Countryman. It's what it's supposed to have. So we won't with respect, we won't forget about the year of the Streetwise, but we shall also focus on the Montego because that is worthy of coverage, definitely. So thank you for bringing that to everyone's attention, Robert. Colin plugs the Crankcase channel. Thank you very much. We're very happy that you've done that, Colin. Thank you very much, Colin. You're a very nice young man. Here he is. Here he is. Here's Matthew, or Stickman, or call him whatever you will. Matt's generally fine. And it says, afternoon, happy year of the Streetwise. Absolutely. Saying hello to Matt. Yeah, and Colin says, yeah, the hunt is on for a Streetwise here in Northern Ireland for POL to bring. Yeah, I don't know. They're not that many over there. It depends what you're up. 1.4s are pretty easy to get over here. It's the diesels that are really hard to track down. The 3-door diesel is really hard. And then you've got these curveballs like 1.6 petrols and 1.8 step speeds, which are even rarer. So, yeah, if you want us to keep an eye out, Colin, let us know. Oh my God, I've moved the comments again, and which is really bad. Matt apologizes for his lateness. You don't have to apologize; it's fine, Matt. His brother turned up, so dinner was delayed. People saying hello to Colin. People saying hello to Happy New Year to one another. Simone hopes to get to her garage this week to see if the sky stops leaking. It really has been very wet, hasn't it? It's very hard to do. I mean, I have to do stuff outdoors, and it just scuppers you. I know. I was trying to clean out my I've got a container that I rent for work, and I was trying to clean that out before Christmas, but I can't do it when it's raining because all the stuff that I need to take out of there to clean up will just get wet. So yeah, bit of a pain. People are saying talking amongst themselves, which is fine because I wanted you to do that when I was absent. Ben says that explains why Muffin the mule is so sad. Permanently disapproved. Yeah. Simone's doing a Pinky video. Simon says we need to get a stand later this year. Money pending. I have got some thoughts, but I won't air those here because we're not. I don't think it's appropriate without. So we need to have the little committee chat about raising money. But I have been giving that some thought today, and I will share that with you and Matt and ping you later on. But yes, we need to get a stand later this year at NEC. Ross says it's around £1,000 of flights at the time of photo, so still deciding. Yeah, photo. I don't know what I feel about photo. It is an interesting show. You do get some uninteresting cars there that are so uninteresting they actually are interesting. But my kind of feeling this year was that there was cars there that really had no place there. So immaculate Porsche 911s that aren't that old. Don't think they're unexceptional cars. Yeah, so it's fine. I have no issue with that. People can take I'm glad people are there. That's the main thing. People can get together. We couldn't get together for what was it, 2-3 years because of the bloody pandemic. But yeah, I'm still I'm still formulating my opinion of photo. But if you do get over, Ross, yeah, give us a shout, and I'll stay up there. I'll stay up there the night before. Yeah, near a town called Stamford, which is, for those that don't know, is actually a really nice town in South Lincolnshire. James says, Rob, my memory isn't very good, but I can remember last year as if it was yesterday. Boom, 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 boom. Simon asks Matt what he had for dinner. I'm going to tell you what I'm having for dinner at the moment because it's rather nice. And yeah, Ben beats the drum for James. Simone would like to get a 75 auto remapped, although I worry how it will affect the insurance. I'm not actually. I need to report that to Penny. I'm pretty sure I remember a Colin of Robson Rover Repair video, and he said, and Colin's here, so he confirmed this, but I'm pretty sure you can get a policy where you can modify the car, and it's you still have to report what you've done, but you can it won't up the premium. And I might have got the wrong end of the stick, but maybe Colin can elaborate on that if he's got the time and inclination. Miguel Sanchez says, "Thank you, sir. We were both smiling. I'm sure you were. Fantastic." And then Simone says, hence why Hubnut got a crumb to approval. Yeah, Hubnut definitely turned Sharon on. Could be his contribution to motoring. Matt then says the irony is that he joins the chat and then his nephew rings him. It's fine. I've barely been here for this live stream. I was in the other room, dealing with a Facebook Marketplace buyer. Who didn't beat me up on price, which is good. And I don't really like being beaten up on price. I just tend to say no a lot. Colin's Maestro is long dissolved, sadly. I'm afraid a lot of Maestros are dissolved. So if you do see one, they're normally either on their last legs or they've been absolutely sorted. Tommy Dapper, the plagiarist rapper. I don't know. If you get permission, it's not plagiarism. Isn't imitation the greatest form of flattery? Simon asks a question. I was thinking about this earlier because obviously the M47R engine comes in two power bands. You've got the same engine. You've got the 113 brake horse and the 131, is it 133? And I've been driving Miranda around quite a lot over the last couple of weeks, which has been really nice because it's a superbly comfy, quiet, efficient car. But the 135 has definitely got more zip. I'm going to be driving Austin's 75, which has been remapped to about 160, 150, 160. Once he's done these bits he wants to do to it, and I'd rather wait for him to do those so I can show you the whole car. That'll be the first mapped 75 that I've driven. So I'm yet to experience the difference between I've been in Austin's car, but I've not driven it. But I'm looking forward to experiencing the remapped 75. I think it's not just power; it's the economy. I think is heaps better if they're remapped as well. Ross thinks the Montego Estate Lowered is such a cool classic. They do look good, and I'm sure did I see someone had put, I don't know which group it was in. They got a Montego Estate. And they put 11s, so MG 17-inch 11s, and it looked bloody lovely, I have to say. I saw that it was in, I don't know which group it was in on Facebook, but it looked really nice. I think I said it looked amazing. James reckons Tanya Field will be the person to ask about Montegos. I think you are quite possibly correct, sir. Ben says hashtag yachts SWM24 year of the streetwise stickman. Wow, that is one hell of a hashtag. Colin says, did someone say diesel and remaps? Cough, cough. Speak to me later. Lol. Colin does know a lot about mapping because I know when I'm trying to get the my 190 mapped, and Colin gave me some very helpful advice, which I've pretty much followed. Just got to get the car back across Tom Force. Wait for the weather to get better, because it's a long drive to Tom's garage from here, but it's a nice drive when the weather's nice. I don't really fancy it when it's either cold and frosty or pissing down every 5 minutes. Simon asks Ross a question about Montego Estate race cars. That sounds fascinating. Colin says it's been wetter than a winter weekend in Blackpool with a squirter. Yeah, it bloody has. And you know when you've been to one of those hotels, because there's plastic covers on everything. Absolutely everything's covered in plastic. It's like your nan, you remember the old dears used to put this kind of plastic wipeable thing on the sofa to stop little sticky, ostensibly to stop little sticky fingers, eating their cakes and then cleaning their fingers on the sofa. No, if your nan had a plastic cover on her sofa, it's because she was a squirter. There we are. So think about that. Dick Darcy says, what about knocking together a Montego Streetwise? I'm all for modding cars, but I think there would be hate on both sides of the camp for doing that. Robert Simon's Montego Estate will be with you at the Chiltern Hills. Excellent. Children Hills. So you can check it out, then hoping to be at plenty of events. Yeah, I will make sure. I will be quite busy on the day, but I will make sure that I make some time to come and talk to you, because I'll be probably on the. I'd imagine I'll be leaving Matt and Simon to deal with the stands, the Beards and Bangers and Smashing Piston stands and the Yachts 24 stand, and I'll probably be on the rally control bit, getting people in. If it's anything like last year, it was non-stop from 8 till about 3. Busy show last year. Hope just do a sunshine dance, please, in the weeks leading up to it. Matt likes the idea of a Montego Wise. Oh God, bloody thumb. Simon's off to do car stuff. Catch you all soon. And I can't complain because it's probably for my benefit, possibly. I don't know how he's getting on with that bit, but Simon is preparing a part for Penny. Goodbye, Simon, and enjoy the rest of your Christmas holidays, which all too quickly now closing. Um, Matt says an off-road Montego Streetwise. And Ben very kindly confers all copyright and royalties to the crankcases. Norman, Ernest's mother, Sharon, Old Bull Cannoli, and Tommy Dapper. Thank you. Miguel says, at Christmas we took our 225s on a road trip to the Brecons. Pool house view, great. Fun drive, no problems. Little go-karts. They are. If you look at an R3, if you look at a Mini, you've got a wheel at each corner, which means you've got a very good handling car. And the R3s are exactly the same. The wheels are right in the little corners. Even the 1.4s are nippy enough. Actually, I drove the 1.1, 3 months ago? And it's still not slouchy. They're not slow. They're just such revvy little engines. And the non-VVC ones, you've got those revs all the way through. Obviously, VVCs, you've got to actually get them up to sort of 4,500 RPM to really get the best out of them. And then, of course, you're working that engine harder. But yeah, well sorted 1.4 25. So much fun. Steve says Black Forest Gâteau in progress. Now that is one of my favourite cakes, I have to say. It's probably third behind coffee and walnut and lemon drizzle. Lemon drizzle being my absolute favourite, which I don't really eat much of anymore because I'm diabetic, so I don't have too much sugary stuff. I'll let Matt read that comment. Matt is having chicken, parsnips, carrots, peas, roast potatoes, and Yorkshire puddings. That sounds like a very nice dinner. I've had some cracking food. I've had a traditional roast with my mother on Christmas Day, and then on Saturday, I've got a Slovakian friend who lives just up the road from me, and he went to Slovakia just for Christmas and brought back a deer that he'd shot, so venison basically, and he made that into goulash, which he served with Bavarian dumplings. So it's like a very substantial dumpling made from bread and bacon and parsley and marjoram and all sorts of lovely things. The starter was pickled mushrooms, onions, peppers, venison salami, wild boar salami, and bacon, or speck. And it was amazing. And I was chatting to friends of mine, and the wife is Thai. And we just got talking about sort of food. And I'm a big fan of offal. I'm awfully fond of offal. And she has made me, which she gave me yesterday at the New Year's Eve gathering, a huge tub of pig's trotters done Thai style, which I'm going to absolutely spank the granny out of later on. And let me tell you, where are we? Sorry, I got distracted by food then. Oh, lovely. Yeah, but I will let you know how the Thai pig's trotters turned out. Some of you are probably thinking, won't touch offal. Get that. I get some people won't eat liver, kidneys. I do. I like cheaper cuts of meat. I think it's, you can do a lot with them. So there we are. Matt says, apologies, can't time much. I'm pot washing now. I've done on chef duty. Well done, Matt. Sounds delicious. I'll be there in about an hour and a half. That's how long it takes me. No, I've got dinner. Don't worry. Right. So Colin illuminates us about this insurance policy. This is going back to Simone's earlier comment about notifying your insurance company if you remap or modify your car. So Colin knows his onions. Obviously, Simone knows that already, but some of you may not know Colin. So another YouTube channel. If you don't subscribe to Robertson Rover Repair, Hooked on Classics, Smashing Pistons, and any other YouTubers that are on here, apologies if I missed you, then do check those channels out. But Colin says, yes, my policy is with Adrian Flux, who are very good. I can have almost every mod declared for free using OEM parts and similar replacement OEM parts, e.g., remaps, OEM swaps, intercooler, and entire metal pipes on his 75. So it is possible. So yeah, if you are modding a car, for goodness sake, tell your insurance company, because if you spent a lot of money on it and they think you're driving a stock 75 and then you have an accident, normally it'd be someone running into you rather than the other way around, and you spend thousands of pounds mapping it and customizing it. It's a hell of a shame if you don't get the payout or don't get as much payout as you should. Matt says, "Ooh, car talk. I need a 51mm throttle body. Is your 1.4 the 84 brake horsepower then? Because I think you can modify the existing throttle body if that's the case. I've never done it because I've not had to do it on I've been lucky with 1.4s. I've always had the 103 brake horse, but Colin is the man to ask because I'm pretty sure he did it on, and I might be wrong because my memory gets hazy, but I'm pretty sure Colin has done that mod on his Commerce van, and he will no doubt tell us in a sec because Colin's like that. Oh god, I've just skipped the. Oh, here we are. Dick Dastardly, witty as always, says, "Cut it be Nut Hub's contribution to crockery." Oh dear. Colin says the M47R actually comes in I didn't know there's 3 factory variations. The Freelander spec also has different, stronger injectors and a VNT turbo with only 110 brake horsepower because of the torque it delivers. So yeah, obviously the Freelander you need more torque. I didn't know that about the Land Rover variants. I'm not that clued up on. Although there's a chap again, another chap who I know who lives a couple of miles up the road. He's got a Freelander 1 with a M47R, and he's got a Freelander 2 with the TD4. That'll be, I think, in a Freelander 2. So I will chat with him next time I see him. But good info from Colin, as always. Robert says the Montego's insured with Adrian Flux. It's very heavily modified, but the price is very reasonable to get a quote first. But don't be put off. Good advice. And it shows how bad my short-term memory. So the picture of the Montego with the 11s on was actually in my Facebook group. That's very embarrassing. But this car looks sweet. I really look forward to seeing that. James has got to go. Nice to see you, James. See you in a couple of weeks at yours. Happy New Year. Ben Street Ego. Matt responds to Street Ego. Oh dear. Miguel says Happy New Year to all. Nice to find other nutcases. We're all nuts. The biggest, yeah. Won't say who's got the biggest nuts. Steve used to rest his chocolates on those plastic seat covers at my nan's. That's why they did it, really, isn't it? Matt likes the Street Ego. That's really good. Simone's off. Need to get some food. Night, Simone. See you soon. See you Friday. If not, speak to you before. Matt saying goodbye to Simone. Dick Darcy's got to go and get on with cooking some carrots and carrots and crumpets. Lovely. Norman would approve. Robson does #know his onions. Stephen S. Paul joins us from Nevada or out that way, Indiana. Always forget where you're from exactly, Stephen S. Paul. I do apologize. Happy New Year to you over on their side of the pond. Colin says the 1.4 mods. We're going back to cases. So we've obviously been discussing the M47R engine. and I've touched on the L series right at the beginning of the live stream. But yeah, Colin, we're now going back to talking about the K series 1.4 petrol. So the 1.4 mod is possible with the 84 throttle body, but it usually causes the cable to break. Best doing the 105 throttle and also the 105 cable for sake of 4 bolts and 2 hooks. I think that's quite sensible advice. So yeah, I think Matt should be able to get one of those throttle bodies pretty easily. I can almost I found a really good place today, about 25 minutes from me. There are breakers, so they're doing the opposite of what I do. So they're not saving cars, they're breaking. But sometimes you have to break a car. If it's gone too far, you have to break a car. You can't save them all. We try and save as many as we can, but sometimes it's a car's gone too far. So if you need any parts, these guys are really enthusiastic. So drop me a message. Obviously, Matt, we're talking all the time, but if anyone does need parts, let me know, because these guys are very helpful, very reasonable. Very pleased with the TF steering wheel I've got for Penny, which I will be installing at some point. Yes, so yeah, do let me know, because that sort of thing they're bound to have. Miguel's got to go. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Nice for you to be. Nice for you to join. Nice for you to join. Thank you. Thank you. See you soon. Rover Joe is here saying in capitals, which means he's shouting, "Hello, Mr. Beard." Well, good evening, Rover Joe. How are you? Colin's got to go. Here's the eternal screams of the banshee he married, wondering why I'm sitting in the shed of doom instead of behind her to watch some dire dribble on Netflix. Colin, if I don't speak to you before, see you Friday. That's everyone's disappearing. So we've still got 7, so we'll continue for a little while. I'm not ready for my my Thai pigs trotters yet, or Thai Del Boy trotters, because I had a ham. I'm still eating Christmas ham, and I had a massive sandwich, and it was lovely. Joe is fine. Happy New Year to you too, Joe. Excuse me. Matt is off to pick his nephew up for an hour. Happy New to everyone. Thanks for the live stream and the content through the year. Rob, that's very kind words, and I must say thank you, Matt, for your support last year and encouragement and help. And I did actually forget to thank Simon, because Simon put out a video this morning, like a little review of his 2023, and he had some kind words to say as well. So thank you both. Ben does Captain Mustard's voice impression in typing, which is really clever doing that. Matt's going to be looking. Yeah, I probably won't keep everyone that long, because I've got the live stream tickle, which seems to affect me. I think Ross has disappeared. He's probably fallen asleep, because it's some godforsaken hour over in Australia. So yeah, we won't be too much longer. So Matt's off in a minute. Rover Joe says, I've been starting to remove the trailing arm on the Honda Civic to see how rusty it was. I'm really surprised how easy some of the bolts came out. I think that isn't that just Japanese cars. I know when I was fiddling with the Micra about a year ago, you open the bonnet of a Rover or get in the wheel arch of a Rover and start undoing stuff, and it's like, oh my god, what have I started? And everything's seized, and you've got to use your WDs and bulldogs and heat guns and all sorts of shizzle like that. But Japanese cars just come undone. Better quality fixings, better quality metal. Don't know, but yeah, I found that with Japanese cars. Oh, I haven't got a Japanese car at the moment. I've got too many. I really can't. After Saturday's shenanigans, I cannot buy any more cars until I've sold 4. Yeah. Matt missed the year off. Where did you miss the year off, Matt? Happy Yachts 20. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, this has been lovely. I'm gonna end. I think that's been a nice little live stream. Most people are disappearing. It's an evening where you want to kind of get on. If you're going back to work tomorrow, which I'm guessing most people are. Um, I know some building sites aren't starting back till next Monday. But if you are going back to work tomorrow, then I hope your preparations this evening go well. You haven't got butterflies in your tummy, or you're kind of dreading going back to work. I've got internal meetings all week, so I've got a fairly easy week, really. But it'll be productive and fun. Nice to see my colleagues as well. We go for our pre-meeting curry on Wednesday night, so more food and drink. It's the last thing I need, but hey, these things happen. So thank you for your support in 2023. Yachts is here. 2024 is here. So those of you who I haven't met, I hope to meet at car shows and various things this year. And be nice to catch up with people I already know very soon. So don't forget to check out the various Facebook groups. 2024 Year of the Streetwise, Beards and Bangers, Smashing Pistons, Hooked on Classics, Robson Road Repair, all those Facebook groups. Wonderful places. Keep posting content to the groups. Well, it's really appreciated. I'll try and remember which car I've seen in which Facebook group. And see you all very, very soon. Don't forget to hit like, by the way, if you haven't already done so, which I'm sure you all have, because you're all really studious like that. And I'll see you again very soon. Goodbye.